And welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Olga Villabrady.
And I'm Montel Williams. Today we have help for men with eating.
And more from our friends at the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, a truly inspiring story.
And Ralphie's in the kitchen.
Woo-hoo!
The holidays are stressful, but your ham shouldn't be. Stay tuned.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Absolutely.
I love when he's here. That and much more.
And The Balancing Act starts right now. Earlier this year, we brought you the inspiring story of Courtney and Caden Addison.
When Caden was diagnosed with a high-risk blood cancer at 3 years old, Courtney found a huge support system with the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, or LLS.
Inspired by the work that they do, Courtney decided to give back by starting a fundraising campaign for LLS and their global fight to end blood cancers.
I didn't want this time and this diagnosis to be in vain. I really wanted to be able to channel the energy, the hurt, the anger into something positive to make an impact, not just for Caden, but other families that come after us.
In the end, Caden won his blood cancer battle and was even named 2021 National Honor Hero. It's stories like these that inspire us all to give back.
It's so fantastic. Looking to support their local community of San Antonio, Texas, Kim's Angels Foundation partnered with LLS to directly fund much-needed resources for patients and families. Take a look at this. Today, the incredible story of generosity and paying it forward. San Antonio, Texas-based philanthropist Kim Rapier-Verrett heard about the LLS's work and was moved to donate $1 million through her Kim's Angels Foundation, then quickly doubled her donation to $2 million. This generous giving is not new to Kim and her husband Glenn's foundation, which donated $30 million to nonprofits in 2020 alone, with the goal of improving the community and changing the world.
About 6 years ago, my mom was diagnosed with liver cancer, and that was probably the worst 6 years of my life. So I immediately started focusing my energy on leukemia and cancer.
Kim contacted me because she saw Steve Collins was running for Man of the Year. And she immediately knew that she wanted to give a donation to LLS when she saw the story. We're so proud to partner with LLS, not only locally but nationally, to be able to fund their clinical trials and their children's initiatives as well.
Advancing and accelerating LLS's mission wouldn't be possible without the relentless volunteers and supporters like Kim and Glenn. Thanks to Kim's Angels Foundation, LLS will fund the most promising blood cancer research worldwide, helping patients access the care they need and take on pediatric blood cancers from every direction.
I really am inspired by LLS, how they help these kids, and through our eyes, that's what we're trying to get done.
We know that LLS helps with cancer research and patient resources.
The organization offers free one-on-one support, including LLS information specialists who are highly trained oncology professionals, clinical trial nurse navigators who are registered nurses with expertise in blood cancers, and registered dietitians specializing in oncology nutrition.
It's so important during the holidays to remember this type of giving, because although they hurt year-round, it hurts so much more during the holidays. And so being able to lean on an organization like LLS is something that the families can count on.
Their robust patient financial assistance programs helps patients with cost of care obstacles in order to access the best, most timely treatment. And this past year in South Central Texas, LLS supported more than 1,500 patients by providing almost $5 million in financial assistance.
We have to work together as a community to take care of one another and to provide lifelong differences in whatever way you can make impacts in other people's lives. There's something that everybody can do to pay it forward.
Continuing their generosity, Kim and Glenn made a special announcement.
We've given LLS $2 million, but today we doubled it to $4 million. We're excited to help LLS and blood cancer patients. We want them not just to survive, but to thrive.
And if there's anything we can do with our donation to help get closer to finding a cure, that's what we'll do. My own mom passed away from lymphoma about 30 years ago, so it's very heartwarming to do this. LLS has the most cutting-edge research. To be able to carry on my mom's legacy and to say that I was a part of a foundation that gave $4 million just warms my heart.
It's the holidays, and you don't have to only donate money, but you can donate your time, simple little things. Our main message is to make giving contagious. If everybody paid it forward, the world would change and it would be a better place.
To access all of LLS's free one-on-one support, visit LLS.org.
Or you can always go to our website, thebalancingact.com. We'll be right back. You know, our favorite ham is in the kitchen. You know that's Ralph for me, right? Okay, but Ralph is in the kitchen with another ham.
Well, Ralph has some delicious holiday ideas made with Kentucky Legend ham. Take it away, Ralph.
Hey, no bones about it, the holidays can be stressful. So when it comes to preparing your meal, think no fuss, just heat and eat ham options. Brooklyn Maple from Kentucky Legend is here, back to tell us so much more. Welcome back, Brooklyn.
Thank you. I am so happy to be here. You're my favorite.
This is great. You know, it's been quite a different year, right? We haven't seen each other in a minute, and people might be handling the holidays a little differently. But nothing that's changed about Kentucky Legend is the commitment to quality, the deliciousness of the product, and the versatility and the variety. Tell me about it.
Kentucky Legend is essentially the holiday season, right? We want to be at the center of your plate. If we're not, as long as we're an ingredient or a side dish, we really just want to be invited to the festivities.
People always say, Ralph, how much food do I cook for all these people? Brooklyn, tell me.
Yes, great question. So I always like to consider 1 pound per person. That gives you leftovers. And you know, between all of our different varieties, our different sizes, we really have anything and everything you could want depending on how many people are going to be sitting at your table this year.
When I think about the holidays and I think about leftovers, I think about brunch, right? So maybe there's a football game on, maybe there's the balancing act, right? But whatever it may be, there is opportunity for maybe some revisiting of some dishes. Instead of chicken and waffles, we did some hickory smoked ham and waffle with a sour cherry glaze on top of it. That is to die for. Over here, biscuits and gravy, right? That's a classic Southern go, right? So you get the white gravy. Here we took the Kentucky Legend hickory smoked ham, rolled it into the biscuit with some cheese, rolled them all up together, baked them in the oven, white gravy on the side with the sausage in it. Forget it, it's so good. And right here we have a beautiful ham and tomato and cheese tart that's got the Kentucky Legend, again, hickory smoked ham, and it's great.
Give me a mimosa and we're ready.
Right. I could do it all day long. And here, I'm going to do a little bit of Florida for you, right? So when you come to Florida, you think about ham, you think about one thing, and that's mojo, right? So garlic, oregano, orange, oil, they all come together right here. So I've got the hickory smoked ham laid out. I've got the beautiful mojo happening right here. So I'm going to baste this ham with the mojo. Now, I'm going to save a little bit of that. This, I'm going to pop a couple of the orange slices right on it right here, right? So let the orange cook, let it come down. And then I said there's oregano in here, so I got the fresh oregano, just a little drizzle in there. Put a little bit of the mojo to keep the oregano from burning, but it's going to get this beautiful wafting scent that happens. Now I'm going to enlist you in this man's army. Can you open the door for me, please?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. I'm going to slide this one in. Oh, it's like a magic trick. And I'm going to pull this one out. Come on, take a look at this. Oh, wow.
It couldn't smell any better.
You smell that? That wafts the air. Now, one thing I didn't tell you about, we've got the avocado toast faction happening right here, right? So avocado toast, so beautiful artisanal bread, toasted. And then I'm going to take some of this ham, slice a piece right on top of this avocado. Oh. You know, like the avocado is like the bacon of the fruit world. So it goes perfect with the ham, right?
Yes.
Yes, you know what's great about these two, what I get so excited is, though I'm going to put a little saucy on there, there's no glazing required with these hams, right? They're ready to go.
Absolutely. They're double smoked, cured in their own natural juices. You can just throw them in there, heat them up, and you're good to go.
All right, so I got leftovers. How long do they last?
You want to make sure you consume those within the week, but of course, if you're just buying it from the store, you can toss it in the freezer, and that'll last up to 2 months.
Oh, that's fantastic. And where can I find them if I can't find them anywhere?
Great question. Make sure to check us out on KentuckyLegend.com. We have a where to buy page, and then also you can hit us up on social media, and we can guide you in the right direction.
All right, I'm going to follow you on that. And listen, thank you for being here, Brooklyn. This is amazing, and I just love having you here. And listen, for more information, you can always visit our website as well, thebalancingact.com. And remember, this has been a quick bite. I love this part.
Oh, yeah.
But chew slowly.
The following program contains mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Montel, we have an important segment coming up next that many couples might not want to address but can be critical to discuss.
That's right, Olga. We're talking about erectile dysfunction. Did you know that ED can be a warning sign of potential cardiovascular disease or something else that can be more serious?
And today, we have a pill-free treatment option that can help those men, by the way, who aren't able to use medication. Take a look at this.
Well, it's not something that most guys want to talk about, but it can affect a man's life and also his relationship with his partner. Erectile dysfunction, or ED as it's best known, is one of the most common sexual problems reported by men to their doctors and affects nearly 30 million men in the United States. Well, look, the doctor's in the house today, and joining me for more information on the subject is Dr. Mohit Khera. He's a professor of urology in Houston, Texas. Thank you so much, Doc, for being here.
Thank you for having me on the show.
It's a really important conversation that we're having. Specifically define what ED is and who it affects.
Well, you know, erectile dysfunction, or ED, affects 52% of men between the ages of 40 and 70. And I want you to think about this. 40% of men have ED at roughly 40 years of age, 50% at roughly 50 years of age, 60 at 60, almost 80% at 88 years of age. So the prevalence increases with age. The simplest way to define ED is the consistent inability to obtain or maintain an erection sufficient for intercourse.
Now, what causes it?
There are many causes, but you got to first decide, is it psychological or is it physical? Psychological causes happen suddenly. Anxiety, depression, stress, even a new relationship. Physical causes, which are much more common, happen gradually. The mnemonic I teach the students is VENT. The causes for ED are VENT: vascular, endocrine, neurologic, and trauma. Vascular, the most common, poor blood flow going in and out of the penis. Endocrine could be hormones, neurologic, MS, Parkinson's, and trauma or injury to the penis. And you can't forget about those medications.
Are there physical conditions or other risk factors that can contribute?
There are a lot of risk factors and conditions that contribute. The number one risk factor is diabetes. Diabetics are 3 times more likely to have ED. Patients who have radical prostatectomy or surgery after prostate cancer, much more likely to have ED. Patients who are obese, patients who have cardiovascular disease. ED can be the first sign of an underlying bigger problem. The best example I can give you is that ED could be the first signs of a heart attack. If a man gets ED today, 15% chance of having a heart attack within 7 years. We also have to look at reversible causes of erectile dysfunction. Some examples of reversible causes are medications that we talked about, and even excessive tobacco, alcohol use as well. And finally, the psychological causes. We know that anxiety and depression can cause ED, but the reverse is also true. ED can also cause anxiety and depression.
Well, you know, it's one of those things that's, you know, kind of like the cart before the horse, but I imagine that this is really uncomfortable for a lot of guys to talk about, right?
It's important to realize that ED is a difficult topic to discuss, but it's an important one that you should share with your physician and tell him and her about the signs and symptoms you're experiencing so they can make the correct diagnosis. Once you make that correct diagnosis, it's shared decision making. Together come up with the best appropriate treatment plan.
So is this something that can be managed?
Absolutely. There's several ways to manage this. The first is lifestyle modification. Diet, exercise, sleep, stress reduction, each can improve erectile dysfunction. You want to find reversible causes for ED, and we also like to check the hormones like testosterone. But once you start managing these patients, there are many treatment options. We start from the least invasive to the most invasive. We start with oral medications, which work quite well. Other medications, such as penile injections or penile urethral suppositories, are also effective. But some men don't want to use injections or can't use medications, so they use devices, such as a penile implant or a vacuum erection device.
Which is like what we have right here.
That's exactly right.
And when would you recommend which one?
I recommend the vacuum erection device for men who do not want to use medications or don't want to use something that's invasive. I also use the vacuum erection device in men who are recovering from radical prostatectomy or prostate cancer surgery as a form of rehabilitation. And finally, I use the vacuum erection device in men who have poor penile nerve function because the vacuum does not need good penile nerve function.
And how does it work?
The way it works is it works with negative pressure, and it brings blood into the penile tissue. The man can place a band at the base of the penis, and it maintains the erection. This can be obtained with or without a prescription.
So now, how effective is it?
It's very effective. These have been around since 1982 for almost 40 years.
That's crazy. Yeah, it wouldn't be around that long if it didn't work.
Right. Now, you have to understand that there can be some side effects. You have to make sure that some patients can have penile numbness, they can have penile bruising or penile pain, and they can also have an decreased ejaculatory volume or difficulty with ejaculation. So it's very important for the patients to read the instruction for use carefully to make sure that they're using this device properly.
Where can people go to get more information?
They can go to their website at timmedical.com.
Well, I got to thank you, Doc, for being here with us today, because I mean, this is one of those topics that a lot of times we don't talk about anywhere, and I'm glad that we get an opportunity to talk about it here on The Balancing Act. And of course, if you want more information, you can also go to our website, thebalancingact.com. Thanks so much, Doc, for being here. We'll see you next time.
The ErecAid Esteem Vacuum Therapy System is intended to artificially produce an erection in males suffering from erectile dysfunction impotence in order to facilitate sexual intercourse or to create and maintain erections by providing arterial oxygen-rich blood flow to the penis during recovery from prostatectomy. A vacuum is applied to the penis, causing it to become erect and rigid as blood is drawn into the corpora cavernosa. A constriction ring is then placed on the base of the penis to restrict venous blood flow out of the penis. The device is intended to be used at home or in a doctor's office or clinic. There are contraindications, warnings, precautions, and other important information in the product's user guide, which can be found at timmedical.com. Patients should read the user guide and discuss it with their medical doctor.
It's fitness time. Motivational fitness coach Megan Trainor joins us with another Body by Trainer tip. And as she always says, and I love this, Megan, you are only one workout away from a good mood.
No, it is so true, Olga. And today I'm going to show you guys my favorite total body functional exercise that all fitness levels can do. So let's get started. We're going to take a nice wide athletic stance right here. Right leg is forward, left leg is back, and just drop down into a lunge position. Now, clasp your hands in front of you like this, and take it over the right side like you're putting your hands in your pocket. Perfect. Now you're gonna exhale and chop up to the left, keeping your hips nice and still, and just rotate through your core. Excellent. You're gonna do 15 on one side, really breathing out, exhale every time. Now, let's just fast forward and go to the left side so we're nice and even. I see you've got some dumbbells there, so how about you pick one up? Perfect. This is really gonna up the ante. You'll see, just wait. So now you're gonna take it out to the left, outside your leg, perfect. And then exhale as you chop up over. As you notice, Olga, in your lunge position, your balance is being tested. So you really gotta hold that core in nice and tight, strengthening the abs, working through it right here. Now, I love doing this 3 times a week. Anything that you can do to stretch or strengthen, as you said, you're only one movement away from a better move.
This was really good, and putting the weight in here, or even like you said, a can, makes a huge difference, and I felt it right here in my core.
Oh, absolutely, and you can even use a pillow, so there's really no excuse. There's something everywhere that you can do. Just move your body. You're gonna be doing great things.
Great tip. And Megan, for our viewers who'd like more information, where can they go?
On Instagram, you can go to Body by Trainer, or you can go to my website, which is bodybytrainer.com.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time. Again, it's bodybytrainer.com. Go to her Instagram or YouTube channel for lots more information, or thebalancingact.com. Megan, thanks so much.
Thanks, Olga.
Well, thanks for joining us today. And remember to give to the LLS Foundation.
Absolutely. It's all about giving.
Absolutely.
All year long, but especially during this time. Remember to head to our Facebook page and our website and follow us on Twitter.
And you know what you got to do. You got to stay safe, love that family of yours, and we'll see you next time.